What's up guys, this is Tyler, or We Should Play here, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Ghosts. This is going to be my last Call of Duty video before Ghosts. My plans for that will be to upload one quick video Tuesday morning, my impressions of the game, and then as the week goes on, I'll progressively be uploading videos on my thoughts on Ghosts. But, of course, since the subject line is Ghosts, we're going to get right into it. We're going to be talking about things that are actually going wrong with the game. As some of you may know, people already have their hands on Ghosts. The servers came out November 1st. Most of these people that have the game are mostly pro players, snipers, a lot of YouTube celebrities and whatnot, well-known people in the YouTube community, and they have been playing this game for a good couple solid days now, and we will be talking about some issues that have been going on that possibly need to be patched or whatever the case. So let's get straight on to it. I found, like right out of the gate, one thing that needs to be fixed, the maps. Now, there's a lot of the maps in COD Ghosts are large. They're like downturn sized maps, Yemen sized maps, that type of stuff. And, you know, for the most part, that's not what we really want to see in a Call of Duty game. I mean, at least for my preferred playstyle, which is rushing. I do like rushing a lot, and if I can't see rushing in COD Ghosts, then that might be a problem. It might turn into like a Battlefield type scenario where people are gonna have to start walking around and like for a long time before they actually get a kill. We might start seeing some of that. From what I've heard, there's a good like a good 50%, more than 50% of the maps are big, and there's a lot of them that aren't like super small. Like from what I've heard so far, there's not really that many like dome-sized maps. Like here, like there's nothing really much of that, which is not good considering there is no 9v9 ground war in Xbox 360 version of Ghosts, which for the most part people will be playing the Xbox 360 version of Ghosts first, unless of course people will decide to wait for the new consoles, but I don't really see that happening for right now. But this is not good. We need, like, there needs to be more players. 9v9 in Xbox One, or even at this point a 12v12 would be pretty good for the next gen consoles, because the way I see it, big maps and only 6v6 isn't really going to cut it. Games might drag on for a while. We might see a lot of time limit reached victories instead of score limit. It'll definitely change the progress of the game around from a more like Call of Duty. Infinity Ward mostly made like a running gun type. Their Call of Duty's more running gun, encourage rushing more, but this one might actually lower that down. Might slow the tempo down for the entire series. What else is there? There are some perks and some weapons that have been players have been calling out for a nerf. The MSBS submachine gun is one of them, and like from what I've heard, it's very fast and very lethal. It does like some of the range like a 1 to 3 hit kill, close to medium range. It's just a very deadly and aggressive weapon. I haven't personally tried this out, so I don't know much of the statistics or whatnot. I mean, I don't want to sound like a K-bar in here. Even though I haven't played the MSBS, I can tell you that it's one of the most overpowered SMGs. And even though I haven't played, I know it's gonna be an amazingly overused weapon. Like, that's not really what I'm trying to be. Just hearing a lot of people saying the MSBS calls for a nerf means it has to be important, right? And hopefully, I mean, it does seem a bit like the MSMC. Like, I see the similarities in that, and just how overpowered the MSMC was, how much of a tank that weapon was and whatnot. So, I mean, I can see that being called for a nerf. Also, Amplify. I know Fistcuffs, I watch him a lot. He's usually calling out like against Amplify, but other people have now been taking to the Twitter and YouTube and whatnot to say Amplify needs to be toned down. Some people are calling for a full-on removal, but I mean, I know that's not going to happen. But Amplify, it basically allows you to hear all over the map. Allows you people to sound horror from like long distances. Plus, it does counter dead silence. Even if you have dead silence on, players with Amplify can still hear you throughout the entire map. Like on maps such as Flooded and Warhawk and whatnot, like players have been reported like to have been like picked up by other people, like they're using Amplify and they can hear you from across the map. That's kind of ridiculous. I think Amplify definitely does need to be toned down, so like maybe the radius of footsteps can be reduced. Like I can see that happening in a patch. Like maybe the sound radius, whatever, gets decreased. But I mean, the patches for this game probably won't come in for, I don't know, maybe if there's immediate problems this game runs into, there'll be patches within the first week, but I'll say like in the first month there'll be some patches going on. Let's see, what else? Are there any problems going on with Call of Duty Ghosts? I mean, you're gonna get your same old generic, oh, the connection's this, oh, like there's people doing that. I mean, for the most part, connection and host or lag compensation are gonna be a part of Infinity Ward's games. Like it just, I guess I've gotten used to there being lag comp and whatnot. So I don't really tend to worry on that. I usually expect there to be some sort of lag comp. One thing that is an issue though, once again Fizz has brought this up, would be the issue of sliding and leaning, if that will affect lag compensation at all. Because he does bring up a good point, and you really get to see anyone really complain about this, is if you slide, or players slide behind like wall, or if they lean around a corner, if players are going to see that in real time. Or otherwise, you might have instances where people die, and then it'll show up like in the kill cam, they're actually leaning around the wall, when, of course, I, the player, probably wouldn't have seen them at all, in that sense, but who knows? I haven't really seen much, or heard any much complaining on that. Let's see, is there anything else really to touch on? Maps, check. Certain weapons, check. I guess that covers it for me. I know, I'm just going to wait and see what the rest of the game holds. But I guess for now I've covered most of the issues of COD Ghosts. I know there's going to be a lot more that are going to be coming out as the game gets released and whatnot. But hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Tyler, and I'm out. Peace.